came outside. Somebody's up at it. Either I could smell the blunt you smoking from where you at, or somebody's fucking at it. Yes, sir.
Uh, I figured every week because the whole show got, I mean, the whole idea kind of got inspired by that, by Shawty with the question as far as one album, one, you know what I mean, an artist if they only drop one album, would they?
Yeah.
Imagine creating a piece of art that good that we don't even want nothing else from you. Which artist has an album that you would have been okay with as a fan if they never dropped another album ever again? Name the artist and name the album. Nothing else would have came after it. And when you're answering this, consider the artist's catalog. If you might have needed this second album, or if you never needed it again.
I got two of them off top.
So I think every week we can come back with one joint. We could start the show like that. And
Yeah.
then we can end the show with the top five, whatever top five we had every single time.
Yeah. I took some time on that.
We just have a rap combo in the middle of that.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, most time we're gonna be on a time constraint. So I don't know what we gotta do. Like when it gets to like 5 minutes, I'm like, yo, top five time.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah.
Respectfully, I'll have it more buttoned up this week. I thought about what I was gonna the shit that I wanted to touch on. Cause my top five, what's more entertaining than the top five is the people you had to leave off of it.
Yeah.
Cause like real shit. That shit was I looked at it, I was like, wow.
You froze.
But yeah, do you got a record that you got in mind here, an artist that you wanted to talk about?
I mean,
I got a few.
Yeah, that's the thing about it. Like, if we're gonna do this are we gonna just blurt out the ones we already had, and then next week we come with new ones, or are we gonna stretch it out, pause? Like, what we gonna do?
I say let's. So we're talking about an album. Let's clear it up. We're talking about an album that was good enough to stand on its own. That if homie never put nothing else out, that he still would have been him.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, and I love that question. I love that question. Whoever asked that.
Yeah. Shout out to her.
Yo, yeah. Let's just get right into it. Let's have a conversation.
So we're gonna clear the cachet. We're gonna clear the cachet because I got five.
Yeah. Yo, let's you got your five. Let's start with the five because I went to bed thinking about that. Like, so my question to you is, who is the five nicest cats dudes that you could not necessarily dudes whose music you enjoy the most? And that was the curveball of the question that I didn't tell you because I wanted to hit you with that. Like, what's the difference between these guys and the people you enjoy the most, whose music you listen to the most, and why is it different? But the five dudes who you think is like legitimately these dudes is the nicest dudes that I've ever heard.
Okay, so you definitely put more words in that description than you did when you originally asked me this question. So I definitely pick like my favorite five nice ass dudes.
Okay,
like just like
valid.
nice ass dudes. So they're not major for whatever reasons.
Right.
One of these dudes is like if I got a road trip, I pick his name and I pick shuffle and I just let it go.
Love it.
Like that's how nice he is. But yeah, my first one, let me go ahead and pick the one. See you messed me up because now I got two people who are major. They are major, but
see,
wait
till you get to my list and I can show you the struggles that I had.
I got Lupe on here and I got Rhapsody. And Rhapsody.
And Rhapsody?
So those are the two, you know what I mean, mainstream type dudes. I'll go and get those out the way.
Okay.
Next one is J.R. Ryder.
Ooh, okay.
Like, he's just stupid nice. Like he's just nice. Like to the fact that I bump into his mixtapes now. Like, yo, you still got these type of metaphors? How are you doing this still, dog?
Like the shit he been dropping lately?
Yes.
I'm glad to see he back outside. Old dude's back outside. Shout out.
Nick Grant.
Yo, man. I was thinking about him. He's from South Carolina, right?
Atlanta.
In my head, I was like, the homie from South Carolina is
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know if he's from South Carolina or Atlanta, but I know he's from down south. And that's what gets
Yeah.
you on guard. The fact that he's from down south.
Shout to down south dudes. That's nice. I'm gonna make sure that I touch on that for at least 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, like
So Lupe, Rhapsody, Nick Grant. You said
J.R. Ryder.
J.R. Ryder.
And my last dude is GQ.
GQ. I ain't never. Oh, GQ is he with Knife Wonder in them?
There you go.
Yeah.
Now he's the one, but he's the one I told you I could just put shuffle and it
Yeah.
just go. And like some of the yeah, it just like I just love niggas that's just dumb nice, like just dumb nice.
Yeah,
He's
so GQ is the one that I've heard of probably the least.
okay.
So you give me some bars from your man. You got any
That's the
samples?
that's the homework I didn't do.
It's not easy to find. Like
N-
if you're not looking at Apple, you got to look at Genius, and Genius maybe don't got
I
everybody's
mean,
shit like that.
it's to it's not that. It's to the point that like every fourth bar I could let you listen to. You know what I mean? That type of shit. What I will do on some little technology shit, if I remember, I will blend something right there, and that'll be a bar. Here's right there, my nigga.
Quiet on my life, but on this mic I be popping off. Your album ain't shit, I heard it never get replays. Me, I spit better, flow wetter than 3 clays. Fuck the cops, bitter hoes and crackers with 3 Ks. Holla Jesus Christ like they ain't seen me in 3 days. What he say? Fuck the game up.
These dudes
So
is
you're
work.
here when you watch the show, nigga. So let me hear your 5 then.
Ooh, all right. I'm very proud of my 5. Let me go put them up. I will admit that I have more mainstream cats in here. In fact, they mostly mainstream,
Okay.
but that's just because that's a majority of just what I listen to. So
Mhm.
like shout out to people like we was talking about Locksmith. You know, like there's no question that when you hear that dude rhyme, you're like, yo, like what that dude sounds like an alien, straight up. Hold on, let me make sure you got the shirt. You got the shirt? You see it?
I see.
Alright.com. So everybody see this. I'm from that era, from before the era, but not right there. I bought merch from Not Right when homie was sending out shit from UPS store. I'm sure he sent it himself. All right. So I'm gonna say that off top, Black Thought is the nicest rapper that I've ever heard in life. I said that about him when I was 14 when I first heard them. Actually no, 15. Whenever Illadelph Half Life came out, I was like, yo, I've never heard anybody rap like this. I think that he is the epitome of nice. He's freestyles. You know what I'm saying? Like he does that live mixtape shit. Have you ever seen the live mixtape shit
Yeah.
that they do? So he'll do live mixtapes with other artists, and they all come and basically do their writtens or their classic verses. And this dude acts like he has a third verse on their song and just and freestyles the shit. Like it's like he's like that. Like he can freestyle and stand up there next to like next to veteran goats that are rapping their own writtens, and he's freestyling, and he's just right. You know what I'm saying? Like right next to them. Like he's like a cat who can like MC a show, like like an MC that's a host of a show,
Yeah.
but he could do it with just raps.
Yeah,
Like
but he's so dope that I've seen plenty of times that the artist there has a feature who is not there and he'll do that person's verse.
yo, and he does
Perfectly.
it bar for bar. He does it bar
Perfectly.
for bar. I wonder if that was because of Malik. You know what I'm saying? Like they had so many records with Malik B, and Malik wasn't there a lot of times, so he had to either I'm doing Malik's verse or it's not getting done. So I wonder if it's that or he just loved the game so
Yeah, I
much.
think he's just a student of the game, bro.
You heard that joint where he did the imitation of the voices, the joint where he yo, if he didn't sound exactly like motherfucking Big Daddy Kane, if he didn't do Big Daddy Kane better than Big Daddy Kane on there, I'm not. Like that shit is just crazy to me. So Black Thought is the greatest of all time to me in any genre, any category of rapping. And my evidence to submit, I wanted to have a record to talk about with all of them. The Funkmaster Flex freestyle,
Yes.
I would say, is probably the greatest display of MCing that anybody's ever seen. And I know, like you could point me to a song, you could point me to a live performance. This dude, what he did on that, That's the greatest display of rapping I've ever seen in my life. Like, and he did that shit. He did that shit. He pulled up with his wife, got out the car, went upstairs. Wife left the car running. He did that shit, and he bounced, got in the car, and left. So that's the type of level. So then next, I'm gonna go chalk Jay Z.
Oh,
Jay
you nice,
Z.
bro.
He's just. I'ma just while I'm watching every nigga watching me closely. My shit is butter for the bread. They want to toast me. I
Hold on,
keep
hold on, hold
putting
on.
both of them where they supposed to be.
Hold on,
Hoes
hold
give
on.
me juice.
So yeah, this is what we're doing the conversation for. All right. So when it comes to nice,
Yeah,
I don't know whether our definition of nice is different. Um,
yeah.
I don't know what I consider Hove besides just the GOAT and better than everybody else. But when it comes to nice, to me, Hove metaphors are like right in front of your face that you didn't catch, opposed to some of these other niggas that
Yeah.
I'm naming in Black Thought. They're ones that took some thought, or the second time you caught it. Like whole, I take it back. Whole joints are second time you caught it also, but it's like that was so right in front of your face that how do you catch it the first time, or say
I'm
it yourself by
I'm
now?
glad you said that because my definition of nice has changed over the years.
Okay.
Obviously, as I've gotten older, the definition of nice certainly I don't combine it with I don't associate it with complexity always. And I
Oh,
got other cats on this list that I'll talk about. But Jay can give you complexity. He does complexity, but like I think the nicest like some dudes I'm like, yo, I don't think that you're nice because you said a bunch of shit really fast and you fit it into a 16 and I had to think about that shit 5 years later. Like, I think somebody that can say something complicated and deep and do it in a simple way that you can digest right away and be like, oh, that's crazy. Like to me, that takes such a fucking skill. Like it's such a skill.
that's funny that
Um,
you use. It's funny that you use that word because to me, niceness goes more to skill than just. It's hard to explain Hove. Hove is just better. Like that's why I compare him to Mike because like he's just better. Like I know
and
you
the
see
and
somebody that
the and the
like you see
crazy
people
shit
that
about
do it
Hove,
better.
yeah.
You see people that do it better, but it's still like, but he's better. Like it's like, yeah, this dude does this part better than Hove, but Hove is just better.
And and I think that Hove, if you're a Hove fan from day one, you know that Hove can do all the complexity. Hove can give you double syllables. He like what's the shit that yo, you want to talk about bars that we're catching on to later.
Reasonable.
When did What We Do came out with Freeway? 20 years ago, right? He got the Hove never slacking man, dipping in the Pac getting ghost with Pac-Man. What did he say? One time, no, I got a knack to get that. What did he say? Oh, he said the bullets breeze by you like Louisiana, man. Did you know that he said the bayou like bullets breeze by you like the bayou? I did not know that. I never heard when he said that. It took me somebody to typed it on Instagram in a caption, bullets breeze by you. I was like, yo, bro, I've heard that song 10 million times and I never would have caught that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so to me, that's complexity too. He can do that and he can just do the simple shit. But
Yeah. Who else on this list, man? Come on.
all right, so let me who we got? My next is I know he didn't invent being nice, but I feel like he invented being nice for my era is Nas. I feel like
It's just so mainstream, nigga.
I know, because I made the list and I got more on the list that I had to leave off. But like, and you'll watch, you'll see the two other cats. Nas to me, I just feel like Nas and Jay-Z, you just can't leave them off. Like when I'm talking about the nicest that I've ever heard, when it's like sipping Baileys, sipping on what is it? Splitting Phillies, sipping on Baileys with three Israelis, we Willies, and still pack millies because we a Philly with thug shit throughout the city. C3s is on the drug tip or something pretty. Like I don't know if you saw Cam on Talking with Flea, I think. Cam was sitting there talking about how nice Nas was, and he went and he said that bar, the foundness, and he did that shit bar for bar. Like watching a rapper like Cam, who's legitimately had beef with Nas, go and just sit there and bar for bar quote this dude's shit. Like Nas meant so much to all the writers. Like I feel like Nas made it cool for the street cats to be writers. You know what I'm saying? Like the street cats was talking about the streets and was being hard, and Nas was the one to make that street shit sound like poetry.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like Jay and Nas was in that same lane, and Nas just got to it before him. You know what I'm saying? Because Jay was in the street or whatever. So
Who else you got, man? Because your list mainstream. You ain't got to talk too much about these
I
niggas.
got
These niggas is,
I
man.
got Lupe.
Okay.
I feel like I feel like I asked you this question just so I could throw Lupe in the fucking list. Like Lupe, I went and listened to Mural again last night. Yo, like just people just don't rap like that. Like I feel like you can make an argument that Lupe is nicer than everybody that I just named. Like if somebody want to sit here and argue with me that Lupe is nicer than Black Thought, you probably had a lot of evidence to support that shit, and I would be hard pressed to argue with anybody. You want to talk about another dude who can freestyle? Like his freestyle, I mean, what he does, the way he combines his shit, like it's
Bro,
just whatever. It's
as,
just next level.
as much of a fan as I was already of Lupe,
Yeah.
when the shit happened with him and Royce,
I just pulled it up last night. I just pulled it up last night.
it was the fact that he replied so quickly, the
And he
fact that
dismantled him.
it sounded effortlessly.
He dismantled him.
And
Like
Royce
he won that shit convincingly.
when Royce came out, like, when Royce spit out, like, yo, this shit's fire.
It was like 6 minutes.
Yo, yeah, that was click because I love the cool. I love his first three albums. And that's not even talking about the F and S mixtapes. That's not even talking about the nigga gemstones. Like it's like I'm a big fan of Lupe, so I definitely agree. But like I said, when that happened
Love
with him and Royce, it just went like, okay, this nigga's different. Like different. Bro.
And when they was doing the podcast, and another dude who did not make my five, and I tell you, the people that's entertaining, the part that's going to be fun for this is to name the people who didn't make my five, but should be mentioned is Mickey Fax.
Yes.
Mickey Fax is. Let's talk about somebody who's not mainstream. Mickey Fax is nasty. Mickey Fax. Whenever I hear that dude rap, like the fact that he's a rap teacher, you know what I'm saying? Like that's his whole shit. Like it's awesome to me.
Did
But
you
like,
ever hear I'm so mad I can't think of that name of the album off the top of my head. The
which one?
fuck when he's a doorman. He's a doorman. He says the entire story from him being a doorman. For him, he was in Chicago. It's like one of the best CDs I've ever heard in my fucking life, bro. Like
Oh
by
man,
far, dog. Let me find this shit so quick because it's so goddamn good.
one of Lupe's joints.
No, Mickey Fax, his album.
Oh,
It's
okay.
an album. Like this shit is.
Lupe. If you heard that shit in the so I wasn't watching the podcast. I would only catch clips of it,
Uh-huh.
but like you kind of saw the beef building up between the three of them. Like
Okay.
it looked. I was like, is it me or are they not getting along? Maybe I'm
Yeah.
not. Maybe I'm not catching the context of watching the podcast. But that little pod that him, Royce, and Mickey had is where the beef started.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah.
they were taking shots at each other over like who's nicer or whatever.
Oh,
And I kind of remember hearing that. Didn't we used to talk about who else could be in Slaughterhouse? Didn't we used to have that conversation? Like I feel like I had that conversation with y'all at least once.
it might have been around the time where Slaughterhouse, we didn't know what was going on with Slaughterhouse. But yeah, the name of that tape was 740 Park Avenue.
Mm,
It's by far one of my favorite pieces of art ever
I got it.
created by a
You
person.
got to link me to that.
Easily.
You got to link me
Yeah,
to that.
definitely.
So all right,
Who's your fifth?
number five, who's not on your list, who I think is definitely not mainstream, but is undisputed. This is one of the nicest dudes that rap. Is Sci-Hi the Prince.
I was gonna say that when we was talking about niggas from down south. But like he probably say his name. Yes.
Nick Grant is crazy fire to me. Like Sci-Hi the Prince. And when I was pulling up joints of his that I would quote, I like I just pulled up the most recent Mr. Put That Shit On. He has the No Dope on Sundays. album, but like his best work to me is like he's done like spoken word joints where he'll just come out and just it just bust a verse. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like he's got so many freestyles and so much just like let me drop a Lucy on y'all type verses that are just like this dude is just on such another other level. And
One
like
of them
he's got,
dudes, one of them dudes, you mad he don't drop more projects.
you know, because his lane is so unique. I feel like his lane is like Ab Liver, who is on my list here of cats who need to be mentioned that are not in my five.
Well,
Is
shit, I only got 5 more minutes. Give me a couple of names then, bro.
Crooked Eye,
Yeah,
Eminem,
of course.
Fonte, bro. I had you got to. Fonte is one of the most talented artists that hip hop has ever produced. Period. I'm gonna leave it there. Andre 3000, of course. I had to leave, you know.
We got
Wayne,
pianos and shit. Wayne.
Wayne. I was like, bro, if we I just wanted to rap Hollywood Divorce. I was like, let's just take 5 minutes. Let me just record me rapping Hollywood Divorce. The amount of times that I've played Hollywood Divorce and never got past Wayne's verse, I was like, he really bodied Andre on his own shit. Um, pun,
Yeah.
if we're gonna talk about an album, remember I said that's gonna be my candidate for didn't need to put out anything else after Capital Punishment.
All right.
Conway the Machine, crazy. Royce, Belly. I love Belly, man.
Do
That
you
dude is
fuck with Russ?
yes.
Russ is
Yeah, I do. Russ is filthy. The shit he did with Conductor is crazy.
yeah.
And Royce, Belly, and the last one I said Mickey Fax already, and Ab Liver. I think Ab Liver and Sahai the Prince have a similar lane in that I feel like these dudes, we already know where Sahai the Prince was eating from all the Kanye records. And that's why he's like, I don't need to have a career. I'm literally Kanye's ghostwriter. Um, and but I feel like Ab Liva, we just don't know the credits for who he rapped for. But that dude does not look like he's uncomfortable. He looks like he's living quite comfortably. And so I assume some of these bars from your favorite artist that nobody knew was his probably
Yeah.
came from Ab Liva's pen.
All right. Well, like I say, I'm about to wrap up. So for this week, who is that artist or what's that album that the artist could have just dropped that and he still would have been his legacy?
This week I'm gonna go with Capital Punishment. Because really when you look at the way his career went, Capital Punishment really was the only real statement record that he made. Like we said, you like Yeah Baby, and I like Yeah Baby too, but Yeah Baby was kind of a throwaway when you, if you know the circumstances around his life, what he was going through at that moment. The dude was basically dying while he was making that album, and killing himself essentially. So Capital Punishment really was the main statement that he made, and he never really got to have a full career. He did so much shit before Capital Punishment, but Capital Punishment to me is like if Pun only put out that and then passed right after, like Big Afterlife After Death, his standing would not be no different in hip hop. He'd still be one of the greatest artists of all time, first Latin to go platinum.
Okay, okay. I only slightly disagree because your argument was a lot better this time, so I just leave it at that. Mine is Many Faces by Tracy Lee.
Oh,
Fucking love that album, and it's not on iTunes, and I'm gonna leave it at
it's
that.
not.
No, it's on Spotify, and I don't want that. Yeah. His other album, his second album is, and nobody wants that trash. Anyway, yeah. This joint ain't got no title, but we out now.
I'm about rap.
Appreciate you, bro.
All right, dog.
All right.